Drivers, start your engines. That's right, the 2022 NASCAR season gets underway this week with the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Held at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona, Florida, this will be a 200-lap or 500-mile-long race to the finish on this 2.5-mile-long superspeedway track that only Talladega matching its size and speeds that reach upwards of 200 miles per hour. The type of racing we'll see here this weekend is unlike any other on the schedule, with cars getting into train-like formations and utilizing the draft in what's called pack racing. This style of racing leads to plenty of contact and the ever-anticipatory big one, which almost always comes near the back end of the race as cars jockey for position in hopes of winning the 500. A few notes and trends to keep an eye on for this weekend are that qualifying and starting position really do not indicate who wins the Daytona 500. Each of the last 4 and 5 of the last 6 victors here all began the race 10th or lower, and we've seen 9 different drivers lead at least one lap over each of the last 10 races here. More importantly for betting purposes, 3 of the last 6 victors led exactly one lap, with that one lap being the last lap, with them crossing the finish line first. We've seen 9 cautions per race and over 24 different lead changes in each of the last 5 races at the 500. A couple of drivers I'm watching ahead of the 500 this weekend are Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher. Denny Hamlin has been the most dominant driver at Daytona and the Daytona 500 in particular of late, winning 3 times since 2016 and finishing inside the top 5 in each of the previous 4 races. Hamlin currently sits atop the betting board at 8.5 to 1, and is not somebody I'm fading too heavily leading into the 2022 season. Ryan Blaney has seen his bouts of bad luck at this track, including last year's 500, in which he only completed 14 laps, and has crashed in 5 of the previous 10 trips here. Ryan Blaney, in those 5 races in which he did complete, however, has finished inside the top 10 and has an average finish of 3.6. He's currently 12 to 1 to win and plus 130 to top 5, making his numbers rather enticing right now. Last but not least on the list is Chris Buescher, who is much like Ryan Blaney in that he's seen his bouts of bad luck here, but in the 6 races in which he's actually completed all of the laps, he's finished inside the top 10 5 of those times and inside the top 5 3 times. His average finish over the 6 races in which he did complete is 8th, making his 35 to 1 odds to win and even money to top 10 numbers that I'll find pretty prevalently on my betting card this weekend. I hope you're as excited about the Daytona 500 and NASCAR season as I am, and I'll see you at the end of the week with my entire Daytona 500 betting card.